welcome back to my channel. It's Beautyandmarie. In this video, we're going to talk about graphics. This video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I made a lot of the graphics for the Oil Beauty relaunch. So in this video, we're going to be making some custom stickers, and we're going to make business cards and all that other fun stuff. So let's just get started right now, okay? Because I'm tired. So, yeah. So the first thing I'm going to do is go on Avery.com, and Avery.com does a lot of different fun stuff. They do like stickers, different kind of labels, business cards, any kind of papery thing that you want to make, they do. So that is where we're going to go. And so the first place that I'm going to actually go is on to the labels section. Anyhow, I'm going to go to the labels, and I'm going to pick sheet labels, the rectangle size, and then I'm going to pick what like actual size I want them to be. Actually, I picked round, not rectangle, round, because I wanted round stickers. So by looking around, I kind of just figured that the 1 inch, not the 1 inch, but I think it was like the one that's like next, was probably the one that was going to be like the best for me. So that's what I did, and then I just went ahead to see, you know, what kind of label that I wanted it to be on, like what kind of paper I wanted it to be on, and I think I just picked like the white paper, and then I went ahead, chose the size that I wanted, and then there we have it. Well, not the size, but like how many I wanted, and there we go. So Avery is actually really cheap when it comes to making like labels. Not so much when it comes to like business cards or anything else, and I'll share that with you guys later. But when it comes to like labels, they're cheap. Let me tell you, it's cheap. So now what I'm going to do is just upload my design. So I've got a couple choices here, and the design, the first one that we're going to try is this butterfly that I actually made myself. I made this picture all by myself, and I'm going to show you guys kind of how I did that in the next couple stickers. But for me, this was actually super simple because the image that I made, it was already pretty much the correct size that I needed it to be in order for it to fit in this little circular like template that they have when they go to show you like the preview of your sticker. So this is my sticker, pretty much what it looks like. It's super cute. Don't come for me. And then these are kind of all of the options that you can have for what it is actually going to be printed on, like the type of paper. Here's the thing, all these different like paper options that they have on there, it's super confusing, but I'm going to break it down for you. So if it's like, if it says like a clear film, that means that the sticker is going to kind of be like transparent. That doesn't really work for me because I want the sticker to be like very opaque. I want it to look like an actual like sticker and not like a label, you know what I mean? So for this instance, I'm going to have to choose a white like paper background for it. So that way when you go to like, when they go to print like the actual like image onto the paper, it'll just be like that image in like full color, full opacity, all that kind of stuff. If I were to choose like clear, the sticker would be like transparent, like translucent, that kind of thing. Like it wouldn't be like its full color potential, and that's not what I want. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys how I actually made this sticker and what you guys can do as well. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go into Photoshop. I do pretty much everything in Photoshop. What you want to do is first start out with a square, like a blank square. So you just go to New, then choose, you know, what dimensions you want. You want to make sure that it's square, so obviously the width is going to match the height. Or you can just like freehand it like I'm doing, and just attempt to get like the most perfect square that you can get, right? Then you want to color the background whatever color you want. If you have an image that you want for the background, then just go ahead and pop that image in there. So I'm going to use this image right here. Now this image I actually made myself, once again with Photoshop. All I did was I found these images on, what do you call that thing? Google. The rainbow I actually had to make myself because it didn't have the clouds at the bottom. So I had to go find the rainbow, then find the clouds, and then put them together in one like picture. Anyhow, super complicated, but I made it happen. So I actually made this picture myself. You can find whatever picture you guys want for the background and just pop that there. So now what I'm going to do is make a circle. So if you guys can follow, I don't really know like how to explain all these buttons, but I guess just like look at it and like follow, and yeah. So anyway, now what I'm going to do is make a circle on this image. So you want to make a perfect circle. So to make a perfect circle, you just hit shift and then like drag the button and it'll make like a perfect circle for you. So you don't have to like think about it too much and it comes out crazy. This is the color circle that I ended up going with. I wanted it to be kind of purple, but I wanted it to be like a lilac purple. Now that is what I'm changing. I'm kind of like going through all the different colors, trying to figure out like what the fuck I'm gonna do. And so I ended up doing like a light purple, and there it is. This is going to be like a thank you sticker. So I wanted the center of the sticker to just, you know, be a blank canvas pretty much, so that the words can stand out and just have like, be like the focus basically. What I'm doing now is going to put a stroke around the circle. So what that means is I'm pretty much just putting like a design around the circle. So you can put like a single like solid color, or you can do what I'm doing, which is do like a gradient effect on the outside. So to do that, I didn't really show you guys here, but I can kind of explain it. So what I did was I ended up going to the stroke tool, and then as you guys can see, there's like there's a couple different like buttons, but there's one that says, what does it say on here? Oh, it says like fill type, I think is what it says. So for that you can do like solid color or like a texture or like whatever. But for me, I just hit gradient, and then I ended up making the gradient that I wanted. And obviously in this video I can't exactly share with you guys how I did that because it's kind of complicated, but you can just go ahead and like make whatever kind of colors you want around the circle. So that is what I did, and all the colors that I used just matched the rainbow that's in the background, because again, my brand is like rainbows, pastel, pink, etc. For me, my thought was really just like I wanted to have like, I wanted the rainbow, and then I also wanted like a strip of that pattern that I made on the background as well. Okay, anyway, just think about it, okay? You got the circle, right? And that's the sticker. So I wanted a part of the circle to have that background pattern that I made, and then I wanted another part to have this little like rainbow gradient circle, and then the thank you in the middle. And hopefully that makes sense. If not, I'll just put a picture up here somewhere so you guys can get the gist. And also, pro tip, this is how you can make your Instagram thingies, like your Instagram icon profile picture, look like it has like a little like ring around it. It's kind of really cute. Go on my Instagram to see what it looks like. And now I'm just sort of sizing it to the size that I want. So again, I want part of that rainbow background to show up. So I'm just making the circle a teeny bit smaller so that when I go to put this into Avery, it will show that. Okay, now what I'm doing here is finding the text that I use for my logo, then popping in the word thank you, because this is a thank you sticker. And then what we're gonna do is size it up, right? And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and copy the layer style of the circle, that little like ring that's around it, and I'm just gonna paste that onto the thank you. So now the thank you has that same like gradient outline on it as well, and it ties everything together. After saving it, I'm gonna go into Avery once again, and this time I picked a different sizing because they're thank you stickers, so I kind of wanted them to be a little bit bigger. So that's just what we did there. And then I just went ahead and popped the thank you sticker, like image basically, into Avery, and there it is. Wait for it. Wait for it. Boom! So, as you guys can see, we have that ring of the pattern that I made, plus the, you know, other little designs and the thank you, and it's all in one, so it all matches. Okay, so my business cards honestly were like the most time consuming out of everything, and that's because what I did was, and what you guys can do as well, it's super simple and easy to do, and that is to go to Etsy.com and look for business card like templates. So that's what you can do. So on Etsy, you just search business card like templates. You can even search for your logo on there as well. And what you'll end up doing is you can pay on Etsy, and then you can download like a Photoshop file and edit, you know, whatever you want to edit. That's what I did. However, the person that I ordered my business card from, the template from, they use a different site that's not like Photoshop. So I had to figure out how in the hell to work this, and it was complicated, and it honestly drove me insane. But anyway, I found it. So for my business cards, I kind of wanted to do the whole like credit card looking business card just because I felt like it was cute. It's just different, and I don't know, I just feel like it was like a quirky element that I could add, and it kind of goes with the rest of this weird quirky theme. So yeah, this is pretty much what it looks like, or what it kind of looked like when I bought it. So now you guys are just going to see me go through and edit it. The first thing I did was I changed the background for the front of the card. So the front of the card is where it has like all the numbers and then like all that other stuff. So I didn't want that. It came with like a holographic background, but I deleted the background and then I added in that image that I made before of the rainbows and the butterflies, and just popped that in here and then sized it to how I figured I might like it. And then after that, I went ahead and deleted the VIP card like name on there, and then I popped in my logo. So this is what my logo looks like, and I just popped it in there. And then again, moved it around to where I wanted it to be. Now, after that, everything is pretty much a walk in the park. Why? Because everything is pretty much already the color that I wanted it to be. I didn't want to buy a template where I had to like go in and change like every single color and do all that. I wanted to buy a template that was already pink and that was already pretty similar to what I was already going for, and I just have to like tweak a few things. So for this, that was pretty much that. So now all I really have to do is go in and just change all of the like labels basically. So the website, the email address, and all the other stuff. So on this particular version of the card, what I ended up doing was actually putting in the, what do you call that thing? Like the discount code portion. After I did that, I was kind of like, I don't really like that, that's stupid. So I then went ahead and went back to it and changed it. So what I ended up doing instead was taking that little like image where it has like the little like signature like thingamabob, and I just went ahead and made it bigger, popped it in there, sized it how I wanted it to be, and then typed my name on it, changed it into like a cursive font so that it looked like, you know, I like signed my name on it. And then for the 10% thing, I took that out and then put CEO. So like if you get the card, you have my name there and then it says CEO. So yeah, period. And then I of course went ahead and tweaked some other things as well. How am I going to get these business cards to me and not on, you know, my computer? So first thing that I had to do with this website was download the file. So I just went ahead and did that, extracted the folder, And then I went to Vistaprint. So Vistaprint is kind of my favorite place to get business cards. What I learned from doing all of this is that Vistaprint is actually a lot cheaper. Or is it Avery that's cheaper? One of them is cheaper than the other. And I kind of think it's Avery that's cheaper. However, for this, I wanted the business cards to have like a rounded edge. And I don't believe that Avery has that like setting for theirs, so mine ended up being a little bit more expensive. But either way, they ended up being like kind of the same without the rounded edges anyway. But I wanted rounded edges, so like that's what I got. And I noticed on Avery they don't have like a section, like, you know, when you're like picking out like how many you want. I believe their lowest amount is like 250, and 250 is like way too much for me. And on top of that, Vistaprint always has like hidden discount codes and stuff if you just Google for them. So yeah, Vistaprint wins. But anyhow, I'm just going to go into Vistaprint and pop in my images. So for that, it's super simple. Just go to Vistaprint.com, go to where it says the business cards, and then it'll give you the option to either create one of the business cards that they already have on there, or just go ahead and upload your own design. And that is what I did, and it's super simple. However, when you do this, you have to pay an extra $8 in order for them to print on the back. So if you just want if you just do like a white business card, you're fine, because all you would have to do really is pay for them putting something on the front of the business card, and the back would just be white and like nothing on it. You could even do that if you were doing like, if like your color scheme had like different colors and white, you could just leave the background white. But I wanted something on both sides, so I had to pay an additional $8 for them to print something on the back of the card, which I needed because it had all the other fun stuff. It gives you the option to look at your card, see if you like it, see if it's sized the right way, and all that other fun stuff. And yeah, this is how it pretty much looks. You can also decide, you know, what kind of like paper that you want it printed on. So for me, I chose the glossy kind, and it's also included, which is great. Some styles of paper aren't included when you go to order your business cards, and then some are. It just depends on like the thickness of the paper, or like what. And it's actually pretty cheap. It's only like $40, I think. And I'm pretty sure I can find like a discount code or something from somewhere so that it could be like a little bit cheaper. And I believe right now they have a discount code for free shipping on anything. So, boom. Don't have to pay for shipping because I hate paying for shipping on stuff. Hate it. So yeah, that is how I made all my stuff. Now what I'm going to do is take you guys on like a little bit of a virtual tour on my website. So let's do that, because this is the graphics episode, so I might as well show you guys everything. First things first, when you go on this site, you get this little pop-up that says, you know, sign up for the newsletter X, Y, and Z. I will be making newsletter like email blasts and stuff like that. I'm gonna figure all that out, and when I do figure it out, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, that's what pops up. And then it's my site. So my site actually is not done. It's under construction, whatever. But yeah, as you guys can see, just looking over it, everything, number one, it's not done, but at the same time, all of my colors and everything goes together. When I tell you guys my branding this time around is on point, it's on point, because I'm not playing games, okay? I made it in my head that the branding needs to be on point. I kind of made that, you know, a point when I was doing this before, that everything, I was pretty much just like, everything needs to be pink. Like, if it's all pink, it'll all just work. And now I'm just kind of like, yeah, everything does need to be pink, but everything also needs to be on brand. It needs to be the exact same color pink. It needs to be like, everything needs to have my logo on it, okay? And the logo, whatever color that is, it needs to match the color on everything else. Like, everything needs to match. And that's why for the stickers, I'm getting personalized stickers, because I want everything to match. I want whatever's on my box to match the sticker, and I want whatever's on the sticker to match the tissue paper, and whatever's on the tissue paper needs to match the box, and whatever is on the box needs to match the tissue paper. Like, everything needs to go together. Pro tip. I do not want to be caught slacking. I just don't. I cannot. So everything needs to go together. And even when I do like the promotional pictures and all of that stuff, everything will go together. And what I mean by that is, you know, when you take photos, you know, whatever filter I use, the filter needs to work for all the pictures. Like, it has to be on every single one of them. Whatever lighting condition that I have going on needs to match the lighting condition of all the other pictures. Okay? Everything needs to match. Otherwise, it's ruined, and I can't. So, yeah. So anyway, this is just like a really simple overview of what everything looks like. I don't really feel like explaining anything, but as you guys can see, it's a pretty simple standard website. There's nothing like extra fancy about it, and I'm also not done. So that's the other thing. I don't have any of my actual like photos in there yet. I just have some images in there that are acting as placeholders. They're not my photos. Like, for instance, on the shop page where we have all these different, you know, lashes and whatnot. These aren't the actual lashes that I will be selling. They're just placeholders for now. But I did want to go ahead and get my site and start building it, because number one, I knew that I was going to get Oybella Beauty back on track, and what I wanted to do from the very beginning was, I was pretty much like, okay, I want to start Oybella Beauty again, but, you know, I don't really have the money to, you know, buy all the inventory that I need right now. So what can I do in the meantime before I get everything, to make sure that by the time everything gets here, I don't have to be scrambling around and doing a whole lot and getting overwhelmed and having anxiety attacks and all that kind of stuff. So what I did was, I was like, okay, let's just, you know, start from the basics. Let's build the website back up. Let's get it to where it's damn near almost done. You know, let's do our logos, let's do our business cards, let's do our thank you stickers and our thank you cards, and get all of the inventory, the other inventory that we need, so that way by the time everything gets here, as far as, you know, the earrings and the clothing and the lashes and all that stuff, by the time all that gets here, all I really have to do is just put it where it needs to go, take photos of it, put it up on the site, and then get rolling. So that's pretty much where my head is at right now. But anyway, now I'm rambling and now I'm preaching. But this is honestly just me just showing you guys the process, showing you guys how everything's going, how I'm going about things, because even though I don't have all of my inventory, and even though you may not have your inventory right now, there's still so many other things that you could be doing and focusing on besides your inventory. Like, I know the inventory is kind of like a big thing about it, but really everything else matters as well. So kind of want to take that into account. Especially if like you just ordered everything and now you're like, okay, well, you know, I just ordered everything, so now I'm just gonna wait for it all to get here, and then when it all gets here, then I can, you know, take photos and do the business cards and do all this other stuff. No. Do all that shit now, so that when you get everything, you don't have to do all that. Please. And even if you do, like, wait until you actually order everything, that's not bad either, because then you can really just figure out, you know, like what colors you want to do, what kind of packaging you want to do, and all that other stuff once you like figure out your actual product. So I'm not mad at that either. But I would say that, you know, while things are in the mail, there are still other things that you could be doing and figuring out and working on for your business to be poppin'. So, yeah. And on that note, I'm out of this bitch because I'm fucking tired and I'm low-key hungry and I'm thirsty and I low-key want a shot, but it's okay. So anyway, I'll see you guys on the next episode. I don't know what that's going to be about. So, yeah. But anyway, bye.